I'm Jordan Rayner, and this is the Word Before Work. Today we're starting a new 4-week series here on the Word Before Work called A Gospel Perspective on Work in a Post-Pandemic World. It's been nearly 2 years since the world turned upside down. So much about our work has changed and is going to continue to change in the aftermath of this pandemic. How should Christ followers be thinking differently about these changes? That's the question that I'm inviting you to think through with me in this series. Let's begin by reading 1 Thessalonians 4, verses 11 through 12 together. Here's what it says. You should mind your own business and work with your hands, just as we told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders. Again, that's the Apostle Paul talking in 1 Thessalonians 4, verses 11 through 12. It's clear that one of the most lasting changes to our work post-pandemic is going to be where we work physically. Now more than ever, more of us are working from home or in some sort of hybrid work environment. And by and large, we're loving it. According to the job search giant Glassdoor, searches for remote work are up an astonishing 460% in the past 2 years. As someone who's worked from home for the past 3 years, trust me, I get the appeal. Remote work has some wonderful benefits, but it also carries a significant cost because, as the Apostle Paul makes clear in today's passage, our workplaces are one of, if not the primary place where we can, quote, win the respect of outsiders, end quote, and share the gospel. So, how should we, as Christ followers, be thinking differently about these shifts and where we're all working from? Let me suggest 3 responses in today's devotional. First, if you have choice in where you work, the gospel might compel you to sacrifice your own freedom to work from home so that you can be more intentional about building relationships alongside other believers in person. See 1 Corinthians 10, 23 through 33. Second, if you decide that remote work is what's best for you or your team, spend some time thinking about how to build relationships in these new virtual environments. That could look like scheduling casual virtual lunches with your coworkers or baking time into your recurring Monday morning meetings to ask about everybody's weekends. Or maybe, real practically, encouraging small talk before your Zoom meetings by allowing participants to enter the meeting before the host arrives. Finally, consider whether it's time to expand your view of your personal mission field to include not just your coworkers, but also your physical neighbors. Maybe God's calling you to be outside with your kids in the afternoons so you can win the respect of other parents, or invite a neighbor who also works from home to go out to lunch, or host a block party for your neighbors on Friday night. Where we're working is changing, that's for sure, but our call to make disciples is not changing. So spend some time today thinking deeply about how your personal evangelism needs to shift in relation to the shifting position of your workspace. Today's devotional only scratches the surface of how God's word connects to our work. If you want to go deeper, sign up for my free 20-day devotional called The Word Before Work Foundations at twbwfoundations.com. These email devotionals are designed to help you gain a rich understanding of the biblical narrative of work, how exactly your work matters for eternity, and what those truths mean for how we ought to work today. Sign up right now, again, totally free at twbwfoundations.com.